Aren't they something?
Flourished this year.
They really have.
Good afternoon. We're in Carefree, Arizona. We arrived in Scottsdale just yesterday and have driven up to Carefree Sunday afternoon. Arrived on Saturday. This is the background of the mountains, and Lowell and Rosemary and Jack are browsing through the shops. Unfortunately, Jack has already found a brass shop that she just has gone crazy over. I don't know whether we'll be able to return on the flight due to weight. Carefree is also the home of Hugh Downs, a quaint little village in the middle of the desert. This is quite a sight to see. At present, Jack and Rosemary are in the Bradbury's the lemon tree. Lowell is, as you can see, resting outside. We attended church this morning and then had a wonderful brunch at the Camelback Inn. I've never seen so much and eaten so much food. Lowell is resting peacefully on the sidewalk. You can tell he's really enthusiastic at this point. Jack is coming out of the lemon tree. We're hoping to get a picture of Jack and Rosemary and Lowell. They're going to move over by the saguaro, Sheriff Saguaro.
It's raining. Look at it. The devil's pushing his wife.
Saguaro in the background there. You'll stick you if you have a stick up.
To mess up our hair. We're having a good time shopping.
You're a great photographer. We're going to look forward to seeing ourselves in the movie.
Something's shading this now. I see you.
Is it recording?
It's recording.
Okay, that's nice.
But it's...
Now, is that better?
That's better.
We have raindrops falling. It's 72 probably.
Are y'all still as full as I am?
Yes,
You bet.
We had a wonderful meal at the Camelback.
I've already told them about the Camelback, believe me.
Well, we were really stuck on Scottsdale and environs.
Hey, we're stuck on this cactus right now.
We're now entering the Princess Resort, just south of Carefree and north of Scottsdale. The air moving. Okay, let me show you something.
But it's dark. I think it's not. You look and see how dark it is.
Okay. Now, put your hand right in here, and this is for your zoom, and right here is for your, you start it. And when you look in there, you'll see it, it's...
I should take these off. Greetings from the Scottsdale Princess, a 5-star resort with all of the waterfall and these beautiful people with the beautiful scenery. We've got Wayne Kilgo from right to left, and then we have Jack Kilgo and Rosemary Will.
I couldn't hear where you said.
Okay. Yeah. I think
I'm
it.
sorry, I couldn't hear where you
Well,
said.
okay, but
Now, honey, why don't you go up?
Just a minute.
One year we came over here and met Mo and Charlie, and they were staying here at the Princess. And I never come back over here that I don't get first from Mo. Little did we know then that he was like the third time in this world. But it's a beautiful, beautiful place, and I always enjoy
Getting a waterfall. Okay.
Jack, as you see, the water runs all back in through where the rooms are. So you got water flowing all through where the rooms are available to the guests.
Get this shot here.
And then the pool.
You get up there close and they can talk to you.
Well, look at the bougainvillea all around this lovely pool, Jack. And look at the mountains in the background. I can't imagine a more picturesque sight.
Can you see Camelback Mountain from here?
It'll be over to the right.
I don't see Camelback from
The
here.
green area is the so-called TPC golf course where the Phoenix Open is held each year in January, and some 600,000 people attend the 10-day tournament. It's a very well-known, fine golf course. And,
Look at the people back there in the jacuzzi.
see the big jacuzzi?
That might be warm enough for me, Lowell.
heated here?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah. Look at the lady with the head. See Rosemary? That lady?
Yeah.
Rosemary.
Yes, Lowell.
There you are over there with that big,
Thing around my head.
yeah, protect your head.
Well, that looks like Uncle William over there on the right.
You just wonder where all the water comes from.
Oh, that's good. We're at the Princess.
Roy, in the desert.
Lovely sunny afternoon.
It gives you the old Mexican Aztec influence on here. Isn't that something? Look.
That is really beautiful. Real Spanish influence. 100 years.
What you see is what you get. Just think about that.
This is a strictly authentic Spanish restaurant as opposed to a Mexican restaurant or Sonoran Mexican food or Tex-Mex. It's really pure Spanish food. Very elegant restaurant.
You can't lift him off the floor.
They won't blow off the fan.
Good morning. We're in Phoenix, Arizona, and it's March 14th, 1995. Almost 11 o'clock, the most gorgeous day. It's about 80 degrees, the sun's shining, and we're having a wonderful time in Scottsdale. Getting ready to enter the botanical garden.
And behind you, we have the Twin Peaks. As you can well see, there are several people on top of the peaks. Now we're going to move on into the garden area.
One's getting in line to buy our tickets at the botanical garden. Warm here. Wayne's having to wait in line. I think everybody else in Phoenix and surrounding areas has decided to come to the botanical gardens today. That's all right. We're patient.
Okay. Yep. I'm sure they'll be just heading out or just on the way out?
All it means is that I'm someone who has been trained to recognize what most of the plants in the garden. I won't say all of them because I don't, but a lot of the plants in the garden are what we call accessions, which means that we have plants in here that we know a lot about. Therefore, we can call ourselves a museum. And you normally associate Joseph with museum, but we are an outdoor living museum. And Desert Botanical Garden has been here for about 50 years, a little over. It's located in the northern extreme, northern arm of the Sonoran Desert. The Sonoran Desert reaches mostly down into Mexico, but we get a little bit of it up here in Arizona. And this is what you will be walking through today is the Sonoran Desert. The Desert Botanical Garden has a lot of plants that have come from all over the world in the area that I'm going to be taking you through. But if we do have some natural areas, and if you want to see the desert in its real beauty, you can go out in certain areas. Please let me advise you, the desert is not a friendly place. I'm fairly certain that, do you know anything about them? Very much about the hills, about Papago?
They're sandstone and very slippery. A lot of climbing goes on over there. In fact, you can see somebody way up the top right now. A lot of
Yeah,
rappelling.
someone's right up on that.
A lot of rappelling goes on,
Indians live
especially
there
on
at one
weekends.
time?
It's like an ant hill.
Probably.
But it's very slippery and dangerous to climb because there are a lot of accidents.
They're volcanic, I'm fairly certain of that. Volcanic problem. Other than that, I don't know too much about it.
Unusual formations here in this area.
The blue flowers are lupins, and they're very part of the bluebonnet family from Texas. The blue flowers.
Stop up there, please.
You have the dove, the male dove bringing the female dove straw to build a nest. She puts it in place and he flies off to grab another piece of straw. Each trip takes approximately 30 to 45 seconds. We're waiting on the male dove to return at this moment. He's returned again after a short trip to secure other straw. What a picture.
We're about to leave the botanical garden. It's been a wonderful visit. We've really learned a lot about the plants here, especially the agave and the aloe plant. Wayne's ready to eat. We're getting hungry and thirsty.
Hello.
That's a little ground squirrel. We're in Tempe, Arizona, having lunch. A nice sidewalk cafe out here in Tempe. The weather's beautiful. We're ready to rest after spending most of the morning in the botanical garden. Wayne's ordered fish and chips. We're at the mill landing. I punched the button too soon. We ate lunch here. Wayne had fish and chips and beer batter. And I had a delicious smoked salmon. I had a delicious smoked salmon with the crab sauce. Look at the orange trees. Aren't they just beautiful? Just loaded with oranges. And this place is called the Mill Landing. It's off of 4th Street in Tempe, Arizona. We've just walked down 4th Street and seen the little shops, beads and t-shirts and
I
all.
just purchased a new belt.
Wayne just purchased a new belt.
Like it. New belt.
Doesn't he look good in it? The Guatemala belt. He had one, but this is a black one.
Scenery's just absolutely gorgeous.
We're on the balcony at Scottsdale. It's late in the afternoon, and Wayne and Rosemary and Lowell and I are on the way to go get Barbara. Wayne, turn around. Okay.
We're on our way, Jack.
See here. Don't jerk it. That's that little
Lowell is securing the fortress as we leave for the airport.
I grabbed that for the... Do you want to put this in your pocket? So yeah. I don't want to do it. Sorry. I just picked up the key. Okay.
I'm trying to film Camelback. You can barely see. That's the camel's head. And there's his hump. But isn't the sunset gorgeous?
You're going to see the monk here.
There's the monk. There's the monk.
There'll be a flash. With these TVs, though, you can stop a frame, can't you?
Yes, and well,
We just arrived at the Phoenix airport. We're waiting on Barbie to come into the terminal. Her flight was supposed to be in at 7:10, and I believe it's just arrived, and it's about 7:15. They're asking me to move on up closer where we can see Barbie coming down the terminal. Okay, I believe we've just brought in Barb. She's dressed in a blue jean jacket.
yeah, she had on a blue jean jacket.
Here
There
she
she is.
comes,
There she is.
beautiful as usual, and a big smile on her face. That must be a Texas smile. Hi, Barb.
Wave to the camera.
Good morning, America. It's March the 15th. I'm filming off the balcony of Lowell and Rosemary's condo, Scottsdale, Arizona. We're preparing to head to Sedona today. We've had a marvelous time. Barbie arrived last night about 7:10, and we're all getting ready to have breakfast and venture out to Sedona, just about 2 hours north of Scottsdale. This is a view from the balcony of the condo, and look at the mountains and the palm trees in the background. Just a sight to see. We'll be leaving shortly for Sedona. We've just arrived at Sunset Point, about an hour and 10 minutes north of Scottsdale, and about 45 minutes south of Sedona. We stopped at Sunset Point for a rest break, and we have a view that is going to be gorgeous. Okay, Barbie, if you'll move into the picture, let's make this nearly a shot for a still picture with that beautiful background. Sunset Point, just south of Sedona. Oh, that's beautiful.
Are you recording?
We're at Sunset Point. Tell us about it, Wayne.
Well, it's at Sunset Point rest area. 1890 1964. William Clayton Finger. What a background.
Maybe they have an
Here comes Wayne. We're at Chapel Rock, right out of Sedona. We're at Castle Rock. Is this Castle Rock?
No, Sedona.
We're at Sedona. Look at the beautiful red rocks. They're famous for their gorgeous red rocks. I really can't do justice to this scenery. Such a beautiful work of nature. This is the other view of Sedona, down in the valley here. Just beautiful, beautiful scenery. Listen to the water. Isn't it gorgeous? The temperature is about 65 degrees with a gentle breeze. Cool, wonderful. This is at St. Francis, a modern version. This is the chapel on the rock. There's Rosemary and Lowell and Barbara. Barbara's anxious to get something to eat.
This chapel is truly unique, you know it? Because you look out and you see the stain in glass is the clear glass, and nature provides the pattern. Now, I wonder if they'll show it, Wayne. It's amazing how
It really is.
This is the chapel of the Holy Cross.
What?
You have the camera.
Still filming from the chapel of the Holy Cross, right outside of Sedona, overlooking Sedona. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. From y'all.
Not
We're
really.
planning a 4 seasons vacation right
For
now.
you and Wayne, we're planning a 4 season.
I told her we wanted to take a year when we retire or semi-retire and stay somewhere and get all the elements of the 4 seasons.
Will we have to win the lottery?
And we're going to lease your home in Hubbard for the whole year so that you don't have to worry about it.
Sounds great to me.
And we will all come visit.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're ready to go to the
Okay, we've just arrived at Oak Creek Vista. We've been through Sedona and had lunch and made the shops. This is the scenic view, and we're going to walk over to the edge and see what we can see. The Indians have set up their wares here just on the ground. And of course the girls are intrigued by that. They have several little booths set up. And Lowell's gotten in behind and he's taking his look from the back side. We're getting a close-up look. The weather's just perfect, probably 72 degrees, a light breeze. This is a part of Coconino National Forest, Oak Creek Canyon area. This is surrounded with the trees of ponderosa pines.
I tell you, I'm not
Huh?
Me too.
This is the bottom of the canyon.
See the water down there?
You can hear the water in the background.
Are you just looking or filming?
We're looking at a different view at the bottom of the canyon, river at the bottom. This is a magnificent view. We've had a magnificent trip. We spent the day at Sedona, and now we're 10 or 12 miles north of Sedona. This is the Oakview Canyon. You couldn't ask for any better climate or atmosphere. The temperature is perfect. We're having a wonderful time. That red button, and it'll say REC.
We'll get us. We're looking north above Oak Creek Canyon in the Sedona area at the mountains which surround Flagstaff, Arizona. These snow-covered mountains are a part of the total scenic view that you get in this area. Oak Creek Canyon is actually spectacular, with the canyon being very deep, and yet there are beautiful trees and the outline the walls of the canyon. The area is inhabited by a number of native tribes of Indians who in these modern days are offering some of their craft jewelry. The scenery here is really spectacular, and in contrast, because the temperature is probably in the middle 70s or near 80, and yet these peaks are so high and there's so much snow cover that they maintain the...
And good night and good evening. A wonderful day from Scottsdale, Arizona, March the 15th, 1995. Good afternoon. We're filming today from the Dial building. And we're filming from the second floor of the restaurant. We're seeing the garden below with the statues. And keep in mind, these are statues. I'll try to zoom in on a couple to see that there's a statue filming. A beautiful sight. We had a wonderful meal. It's Thursday, March the 16th.
That's right.
I'm going to move back group. We've had a fantastic lunch. I'll turn the camera over to Lowell just a second. Get this last shot. Beautiful March 16th.
Well, we're looking at the leisurely lunch crowd after a delightful get-together at the Dial Building in Gabriel's in downtown Phoenix. And there's Julie Brumfield from Sun City and from the Minneapolis area. Got Kilgo, Brumfield. Brum, good to see you. And Jean, do you have something to say with your hands or something?
She's not going to be lost for words.
And Barbara, Sheehan, we're glad to have you here and get you away from your dog for a few minutes. And Ben, we're glad to see you're keeping in good shape as reflected in the video here. Rosemary, happy to see you with us. Glad to have you here, dear.
Thank you, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
And here's our host for the day, Lowell. We've had a wonderful lunch.
We rerun this every night and laugh about it.
I can't believe that Jean is speechless.
Well, Ben, we're going to buy you a camera. You may want to get a...
I don't recognize it.
When I hear my voice like that, I say, no, I don't sound like
I know.
it sounds just like you.
Isn't that funny? You never heard that drum.
You've got that green mouse
Okay.
Well, are y'all there out
This is the group. We just come down from the restaurant. We're out in the garden area. Ben on the left.
1, 2,
Brum.
3. Oh,
Jean.
good.
Lowell. Julie.
Here, good.
Charlie's taking a picture of Jack.
Here, Barb, you come sit with me too.
I think this is very self-explanatory. The statues are unbelievable. This is the window washer. A live shot of the window washer. Gentlemen, got to watch your step.
Barbara, move over. You're right in the line of sight. Now go up closer, Wayne. It might be that you can get. You got your video.
Yeah, I've got this soon.
Zoom on.
Julie's touching it to make sure it's not real. Doesn't that look real, Lowell?
It really does look real. Oh, yeah.
Yes, the arrows are fine. REC, you're looking good. You need to take that lawnmower away from him.
Well, Wayne, you sure got a good yard man. He does an excellent job. I don't know where you found that guy, but he is really good. I'm telling you, that lawn's beautiful, and you're smart to get a guy like that.
They may have.
Wayne doesn't have a push, though. We don't even own a push mower.
Wish we did. Oh, you left it on record. It's been recording all that time, honey.
Oh, honey, well, we got a lot of grass.
Okay. As you can read, this sign says, "Hell, time to go fishing."
Did you see the Band-Aid on his arm? No. Come here. Look.
Oh, sure.
Look how real.
There it is. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful?
Guy's got his Band-Aid
It reminds me of when I'm in the yard.
I think.
In the background you see the waterfalls. And a beautiful picture.
Zoom in
We'll
on the
give you a
man.
close-up of the man in the lounge. Is he relaxed or what? Okay. The last full day of our vacation here in Scottsdale with Rosemary and Lowell, and what a trip it's been. I'm filming this morning on the walkway, which we normally, you might call it a trail, which we normally take each morning for a 2-mile walk. I've lost the adjectives to describe what all we're seeing. It seems like I've used them over and over, but the view has just been unbelievable. The weather has been unbelievable, and the hospitality has been unbelievable. I'm going to move on down the trail. The others have gone ahead. I had to go back to get the camera this morning, but since this was our last morning here, we sure didn't want to miss this fantastic view. From this vantage point, you can see what they call Camelback Mountain. I'll try to zoom in a little closer so you can see a little more detail. To your left is the hump of the camel. To your right is the head. And I'll bring in what they say is the monk on the camel's head, kneeling over to pray. The sunlight won't do justice this morning to the monk or this viewpoint. It is quite a sight to see. At a distance, you'll see Rosemary, Lowell, and Jack as they return from their part of their 2-mile hike. I don't know that they can see me yet. I'm perched in a bark of a tree. Lowell, you can just tell, is doing his little weightlifting, almost as if he's flying. They're really enjoying this. And I think that they're unaware at this time that they're being videoed. We'll try to get in on their conversation as they get closer. Good morning. Would y'all like to get...
Where you were. The man with the hat was.
Let me have some commentary on the trip this morning.
Oh, it's been super. We walked to the 2.5-mile marker. And then we just felt we had to turn around, start back. But isn't it beautiful?
Gorgeous.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I knew I saw you. I told them I knew I saw him about this turn. There you were hiding.
Hiding in the tree.
Okay, well, I'm going to continue on the trail to get some more shots.
Did you get some good scenes of the ducks?
No, not yet, but I will on the way back, Rosemary.
There's some beautiful schools of ducks.
Good.
Look out for them.
I'll
Okay.
go back with him.
All right.
I'm presently standing on one of the spillways of the lakes surrounded by the condos and golf courses and the trail which we walk. They have some beautiful homes here and condos. I wanted to be sure and include one of the homes of the many beautiful ones that we've been so fascinated by. It's right across the lake. I'll try to zoom in on this a little more so you can appreciate it. You might be able to see the bougainvillea there in front of the beautiful home. Just breathtaking. On the shore of the lake, and in the background you'll see the mountain range. The lakes are normally right up to the spillway. That we've seen it flowing over one time since we've been here, and with an unusual rain this time of the year. Normally along the banks you'll see the ducks swimming, and out also on the edge of the lake. You can see them resting there on the edge of the lake. Couple sitting leisurely, enjoying the shade. You can see the ducks are quite tame. It's a beautiful mallard. All the Wilfs will appreciate this that's been here this year and before. We'll say hello to all the Wilfs, and we'll continue on.
I've turned around the other direction from where Wayne was shooting, and Wayne's looking at the ducks. Good picture of the ducks. And Wayne, he was nice enough to go back and get the camera while Rosemary and Lowell and I walked and talked. We've got to pack today. We hate to leave. We've had such a good time here.
Been a sharp week, sharp week.
This is a beautiful shot of the golf course surrounding, or the homes that surround the golf course. They're built around the golf course. Beautiful flowers. There's someone ready to tee off. See the mountains in the background. I'll try to keep a real low profile. I don't know that he's aware that I'm behind him at this time. Golfers are kind of skittish. I don't know about the distance of the ball, but the drive, but it sounded good. There it is, right there on that point. We'll move on now. March 17th. We're still in Scottsdale, and this is called the Borgata. We'll look around the courtyard. Fountain in the background. Lots of booths with all types of vegetables, fruits. As you can see, it's made in the building itself is in the form of a castle, and this being the courtyard. A lot of people. A real busy afternoon. Here you can see some of the selection from fruits and vegetables. Just one of the, seems to be 15 or 20 booths around the fountain. I've moved upstairs to get a view of the courtyard from overhead and the fountain. To give you an idea of the number of booths and the people enjoying visiting with the booths and purchasing a lot of the items. See, they have the direction sign at each corner. This is just one booth that I was fascinated by. Pastries, all types of breads. I'm sure those are delicious. At present, I've lost the group, so I'm going to move down into the courtyard area and see if I can find my way and the others.
I'm filming Lowell and Wayne standing in front of the Borgata. Of course, we've got a lot of people coming by. That's okay. There's Barb.
Down their way. Hello. Jack, you're missing out on some of the shop.
I'll catch up. I can't see when I'm videoing.
Where's Rosemary?
One star shall remain if love still can remember that spark will burn again. I know that I'll be contented with yesterday's memory, knowing that you think of me once in a while. Knowing that you think
Rosemary's working on supper. This is our grand finale this evening.
Oh my goodness. Well, we'll just think about next year, Jack.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
That's right.
That's all it takes.
We'll make our appointment with Ruth.
Look at our domestic person here, Barbara.
Yes, Mary, take note. I'm sure you haven't seen this out of me in a while.
Isn't Barbara doing an excellent job of setting the table? Here's Wayne. He's the chef for the evening. Honey, turn around. Now, describe what you're doing.
Well, I have 4 beautiful T-bone steaks that Lowell has purchased, and we have one more to put on in just a second. But I have my charcoal here as an alternate cooking area, and we're going to come out here with some beautiful steaks in just a moment. Texas steak, cooked like Texas steak.
Can you smell the coals? Is that not a wonderful smell?
Not on the monitor you can't, I think.
How about the sunset in the background?
Mary, we're thinking of you. We're thinking of you while we're eating these steaks.
Toby.
We
Toby,
are, Mary.
My goodness, Toby loves steak.
We're happy to hear about your impending addition, both your house and your human addition.
Okay, Barbie, would you bring me that?
Okay. You want to say something about supper?
Yes, say what a great supper we're going to have, and guess where this is from?
Scottsdale.
Oh.
From a store that went out of business.
Yeah, Sergeant Leisure. Wine before beer.
How does that go? Beer before wine, never fear.
Yeah.
Beer on whiskey, mighty risky.
Well, I'm going to
Whiskey on beer, never fear.
I hope you are filming that table, isn't that?
Yes. Wayne, would you want red wine or not?
No, I don't think so.
Vino tinto, por favor.
I've had a beer and a margarita, plenty for me.
Excuse me, Jack.
That's okay.
Man,
I'm just filming this
Hello,
for
Mary.
Mary.
This is an awfully good meal. And next year you'll just have to come out and join us.
Look at that.
You and Toby and
Look
Toby.
at that butter Barbara's putting. Oh,
And
look at all
Tobita.
those fat grams.
And you missed the silver lady, so you'll need to come out and see her. Lots of fat here.
Well, Scottsdale is noted for its fine food. All
Yeah.
these high-class resorts and 5-star and 5-diamond. But one of the best places to eat in the whole of Scottsdale is right here in Camilo Vista at condo unit number 194.
Especially when you have Elsa's banana bread.
With help from condo 204.
And
Unless I had to have those.
with a skilled meat chef in Wayne Kilgo.
Wayne, would you mind
And here's
signing
a
the chair?
toast to you, Mary.
Yeah.
I'm going to find one when Lowell gets back over there.
Yeah.
Where is Lowell? Is it? We'll end this day, this week, and this night with a big thank you to Lowell and Rosemary for a wonderful week. Their hospitality was just unbelievable. We'd like to say hello to all the family, Annie and Ray, their family, to Andy out there by himself, to Linda and Bill and their family, and to Meg and Lynn. We end this trip with an old Texas Dale and Roy Rogers song. Happy trails to you until we meet again.